Hey everybody, what's up in here? And just a quick few things that I forgot to mention. One, I really realized that I haven't actually really talked about the fact that I have hit like 950 something subscribers by this point, probably, which is amazing. And given that I haven't made a video talking about subscribers since like before 900, so thank you as always for that. Hopefully we could push to 1,000 before the time I talk about in the video. And the other thing is thank you for 100,000 views, over 100,000 views, and some insane amount of watch time. Not enough for YouTube, but we'll get to that in the video. And anyways, one more thing is that the music in the video is Def Kev's Invincible, Tobu's Candyland, and possibly one other song. If so, it'll be on screen, and I'll just have random footage playing on screen so you don't have to watch. Anyways, hey everybody, what is up, Wavejump here, and first off, I know that the audio quality is really bad. I'm recording using my old microphone, long story short, but I'm going to be explaining in this video. Don't click away, please. I'm going to be explaining A, why I'm recording on this microphone, B, why I've been away from YouTube for so long, and why it took so long for this explanation video to come out. And also, I might talk a little bit more about the whole YouTube Partner Program changes, or I may not, we'll see. But let's go ahead and start with why it's been so long since I've uploaded a video. And this starts actually probably around a month ago, maybe actually more than a month ago I think by this point, where essentially what happened was I got sick, and I got very sick. I was talking, I was on Discord talking about this while I was sick, and I was going to make a video explaining that I was sick and all that, and I'm not going to go into the details of how my sickness was because I don't feel like I should talk about that necessarily, but know that I was very sick, and I ended up going ahead and just deciding to not really make a video on it because I was not really in a state where I could even like get out of bed at some point. Anyways, go through sick for like 2 more weeks, eventually go to the doctor's office for a second time. I had gone to the doctor's office the first time, got prescribed medications, all sorts of stuff. Second time, I end up getting hospitalized, and the reason that for this was the doctor thought it would be faster for me to go to the ED to get certain tests done. Of course, the issue was that because we were in the peak of flu season, the ED was super busy and it took like 3 hours to get into the ED itself. And then once we were there, all sorts of different issues happened, and long story short, I ended up in the hospital, and I got out like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, something like that. I got out pretty recently anyways, or at least what feels like very recently. And then when I got out, I started getting settled back into life. I took a little bit of time off and just kind of rested for a bit, and then I realized it's actually time for finals, which was this past week. And finals, by the way, in case you didn't know, are a very busy time. Except for me, I didn't actually have too bad of finals this year, so I was like, oh, I could probably go ahead and record some videos in the meantime. Then I went to go record a video the other day, and this goes to why I'm using this microphone. And my microphone all of a sudden wasn't detected by my computer. And the weird thing was, all the cables were connected, and my microphone wasn't being detected by the computer. I spent like an hour trying to troubleshoot it, couldn't find anything. Basically I read on the internet, oh, the one thing you should do here is to buy a new cable. So I bought a set of new microphone cables, plugged those in, didn't work. And that brings me to about where I am now, which is I can't really record any actual videos with decent audio because my microphone's broken. And well, I would love to, I just can't. And I'm leaving for a trip soon, so I can't really send my microphone in for repair right now necessarily because I'm leaving before the end of the week, and that would require me talking to the support team and getting a label printed out in time, which is not going to happen. So it's going to be a while before I'm going to be able to record a video with decent audio again, likely. And yeah, being on this trip is not going to help. And for those of you who missed my YouTube Partner Program video, which you should watch by the way, essentially if I don't meet certain requirements that YouTube just decided they're going to set within the next month, actually almost exactly a month now, less than a month, which would be 1,000 subscribers and more watch time, like a couple hundred hours more watch time, then I'm going to end up being kicked out of the YouTube Partner Program, meaning I can't link to Patreon and end cards, I can't link to Patreon and cards, I can't go ahead and at 1,000 subscribers unlocked sponsorships and super chat, I can't go ahead and monetize any of my videos, make any money off of them, which for me, the money part isn't a huge issue of it, but for me it just feels like YouTube is kicking me out of this program that I've been in for so long, and it's frustrating because you know, I've been in this program for years. I've spent so much time, you know, working on YouTube videos, etc. And it almost feels like YouTube's like, you know, just dropping off their YouTuber or these smaller YouTubers that, you know, work incredibly hard oftentimes to get to 1,000 subscribers. You know, I spent years trying to get to even 100 subscribers. Once it started to pick up, it was easier, but still, like, it is not easy to start off on YouTube now, and YouTube is just making it harder. There was something else I was going to say that I think, kind of end up forgetting just now. Oh yeah, the other thing is that, like, they already changed the requirements last year so that you would need at least 10,000 views, which is understandable, honestly. Like, 10,000 views, well, it's not great for starting off YouTubers. It's much more possible to hit than 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers in 365 days, something like that. Or sorry, the 1,000 subscribers are overall, but the watch time is within the last 365 days. Like, I'm gonna try and completely post-process this audio to make it sound better, but I don't know how much I'll be able to do that. But long story short, yeah, I'm over 100,000 views now. And YouTube also, by the way, says I've made about $100, not 1,000, but that's not true. I'll tell you that much. But it's frustrating, and if you want to see more about that, you could go watch that video. But if you want to help support me, the ways you could do so are going ahead and sharing that video or other videos of mine, and just watching more of my videos, because that brings my watch time up. And subscribers, I don't know about that, but of course if you share it, that's the easiest way. Of course, if you want to help support me financially though, because obviously the more money I have, the more I could focus on this channel, the more I could, for example, get an extra monitor, because when I built this computer thanks to help from Shatter and Bete Noir on Patreon, I lost my kind of second monitor because the second monitor was my laptop, so being able to have a second monitor for things like live streams and making videos and all sorts of stuff, you know, getting better equipment overall would be great. But of course, if you can't, no big deal. I would heavily appreciate it though. If you want to do so, you could go to patreon.com/wavejump or click on the link in the end card, which will probably be showing up soon. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, although it would be really weird if you're watching this and not subscribed, because remember, even if, you know, you don't typically use a YouTube account and you watch my videos, if you subscribe, it helps me out, and of course that means that you will see the videos probably sooner, because they'll just pop up for you and you can get notifications. Alright, anyways, I hope you have enjoyed once again, and thanks for watching. Bye!